What's up, movie nerds? It's your girl CC, and let's get candid about Run. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. This movie was bad. Comically bad. Just a whole dumpster fire all around.
Oh, I wish I hadn't seen that.
The acting was over the top and phony. The story was confused, pointless, and riddled with plot holes. And the CGI was so bad, you would think they asked ChatGPT to make it. I mean, honestly, it's just as bad as the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie and the Fantastic Four movie of 2015.
Oh, yikes.
And definitely the worst movie of this year. I really hope no other movie takes that spot, because if I gotta sit through something like that again, my heart couldn't take it. But that's just my initial review of the movie. Keep on watching to see the full review and whether or not you want to give this movie a shot. There will be some spoilers and the reasons for the rating.
You have been warned.
So let's get this party started.
I mean, really, let's do this, mother!
First up is acting, which I give a 2 out of 10. I would have given this a 1 if not for the actors' sincerity towards the script. Again, the acting was over the top in some places, stilted in others, and sometimes they didn't seem like they acted enough.
Oh, I can't watch this.
But at least it kinda seemed like they believed in what they were doing, I guess. I mean, the scriptwriter and the director are the real people to blame here, because I honestly think that these people can act better. I mean, it's still just hard to describe how bad it was, but I guess it was kind of like watching an early morning trashy soap opera.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now for the story and script, which I give a 1 out of 10. Alright, so this is what tanked the entire movie. You can look past crap CGI with a great script, and even the worst actors can seem good if their lines are great. But a craptastic script and story kills everything. First off, I don't think this movie knew what genre it wanted to be from the get-go. It went from rom-com to sci-fi to thriller/horror, and then flip-flopped between all three of these throughout the entire movie.
Hey, pick a lane!
The first bit of the film just dragged on. I mean, like, get to the point. Not to mention, some parts of the script were just plain cringy/corny, upset the vibe of the moment, and just flat out contradicted itself in some places.
The stuff that contradicts the other stuff.
For instance, at one point, the main man said to the main girl that as soon as he saw this, like, alien thing on the news, he knew that it was really bad and he needed to go and see her. But earlier in the movie, we literally see him watching the news for the first time in the car before they arrive to see the girls, and he says that this is some fake AI crap. Also, if I could tell you one line that just stuck with me because of how cringy and stupid it was, and I kid you not, this is word for word what one of the characters said to the guy with gun experience: what's the point of being a sharpshooter if you ain't got nothing sharp to shoot?
I hang around him and I lose brain cells.
Don't even get me started on the actual plot either. It's a movie about alien Armageddon, right? But legitimately no one could have made a worse alien movie. The aliens were all powerful, super quick and intelligent, with body armor that could stop bullets. But then they're thwarted by the dumbest thing a person could ever think of. And I'll get more onto that in the reasons for the rating because it is a spoiler.
I'm judging you 9 ways to Sunday.
Not to mention, the aliens came out of nowhere, but the news were on them like white on rice, giving everybody the information immediately as it came. On that point, why were the aliens a secret for a little bit, but then just decided to show off their spaceships? It doesn't make sense. Have you ever watched a movie so bad that it just becomes funny, but in like an I'm embarrassed for you sort of way? That's what happened here, about 30 minutes into the movie.
Oh, I hated that.
Now for the details, which I give a 2 out of 10. The only reason why this isn't a 1 is because the locations were pretty nice, I guess. Everything else sucked, but
This is trash.
for instance, in the way that it was filmed, sometimes it would just throw in slow-mo scenes or speed it up a little bit, but then the transition back to regular speed was so sudden and janky that it was just extremely noticeable, and it was just never the right time to ever use that stuff, and it never looked good. Also, a lot of the movie was just insanely dark. I mean, sometimes it was so dark, it looked like you were looking at a blank screen until you could finally see like a faint outline of something.
I can't see anything.
Also, the CGI in this movie was so extremely bad. Like, so bad, it seemed like they used all of the budget for locations and costumes and only had $5 left over to figure it out. A lot of the times, the aliens just looked like they were subbed into the scene as an afterthought. The area around them was kind of fuzzy, like they were trying to sub in this really bad green screen, and sometimes you could just see the outline of the green screen around the aliens.
Oh, that can't be good.
Like, I don't know how to explain how out of place the aliens seemed in this movie correctly, but they were out of place. And that includes their alien spaceships, and whenever the aliens hit something, it just looked like you gave the job to a 5-year-old. The whole thing looked like a 5-year-old self-made film.
What is this crap?
Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the full review. So here's your spoiler warning right now.
Spoiler alert.
And let's get into the reasons for the rating. So this movie is a PG-13 sci-fi, and I can't really fully agree with the genre, considering what I said before when they were trying to cram in rom-com, thriller, and horror. But let's talk about it.
Sex, baby.
So in one scene, the girls were talking about needing or not needing a man, and one of them said, I may not need a man, but I do need blank. And she was talking about sex, but she said a certain word. You get it. Not the F word, but you get it. It's a different D word.
Drugs and alcohol.
There was liquor and wine drunk in this movie, and in one scene, I do believe a lot of the girls got tipsy or drunk, but it wasn't a long scene, and nothing happened.
Language.
There was a moderate amount of language in this movie, but a lot of it was cringy, clunky, and not written well, just like the rest of the script. There were 10 D words, 7 A words, 3 S words, 2 heavy uses of the Lord's name in vain, and 5 others.
Time for violence.
So along with the language, I think the violence is where we get the PG-13 rating, and this was supposed to be an alien Armageddon, but you're mostly just watching an 8-person group of friends. You see some scenes of like the outside world and like the aliens attacking some humans, and there's some blood splatter here and there, but the CGI is so bad in those scenes that it's just, you just bust out laughing really in the theater. Like, it's not concerning at all. It doesn't look real in the least bit. So there were 9 real deaths in this movie. One was a person who was snatched off screen during a broadcast. So you heard him screaming, you didn't see the death. And then one was in the beginning with a man and his dog that were killed off screen. And then you saw the man's mutilated body, but honestly, it just looked like a really sloppy makeup job.
Your makeup looks terrible.
And then 4 of the girls in the main cast were killed. 2 were off screen, 1 was thrown into a building, and 1 was strangled in a car. None of those were graphic or scary. I mean, the CGI kills any vibe of it.
Got bad vibes here.
And then all 3 of the guys in the main cast were killed. 1 gets crushed in a car, 1 gets his head ripped off in one of the worst CGI moments in this film, and 1 gets blown up in an explosion because he sacrifices himself for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, his sacrifice did absolutely nothing for this movie.
My death meant nothing.
The last remaining girl of the main cast manages to shoot one of the aliens in the head, and then you see green blood splatter and the alien dies. And she survives, somehow, before the massive airstrike on the entire world happens. Which, yeah, the world leaders decided an airstrike was the best way to kill these extremely powerful aliens. And then they were like, and then the humans can pick themselves up by their bootstraps afterwards. Which then brings me into my new segment.
I have questions.
How can an airstrike kill all of the aliens yet leave the humans alive? I mean, it's an airstrike. Also, we're gonna bring it back from the script. Why is it that the one thing that can thwart the aliens is a smartphone flashlight? I kid you not. That is what they said. You shine a flashlight onto these aliens and they're going to just be killable. How did the president know that anyway? Was he just telling his army folk to just whip out their phones and start flashing aliens because nothing else worked? How do you figure that out? Also, how could the aliens shut off the power to the entire world? How do you even do that? And why won't they explicitly enter homes? Literally, it's said in the movie that as long as you're inside of a building, you're safe.
They can't come in unless you invite them in.
Why, if they're supposed to be these predators who are trying to kill every single human or whatever, why won't they enter homes? What's the point? Honestly, the questions won't end, so I'm just gonna stop it here.
Haven't I suffered enough?
Overall, I give this movie a 1 out of 10. Just don't watch the movie. Seriously, it's not worth it. You will beg for your time back. especially since the ending is so abrupt, inconclusive, and extremely unsatisfying. I mean, most of the deaths in this movie are the same thing. The deaths in this movie were so pointless and emotionless that it just kind of high-key pissed you off.
Lame!
I think this movie, all they wanted to do was bring aliens in and have them kill people. I think that was the main point of making this movie, and that's not enough. That just makes for a what the heck did I just watch and why did I watch it movie. Nothing had a point in this. I mean, it's not even a good thriller. Like bad monster movies, at least the monsters look scary and you can kind of get like, woo, freaky. But no, the aliens look so corny and just weird that it's so funny. Like you bust out laughing whenever you see them.
It's just weird.
I'm sure that the creators for this movie was not going for dumpster fire, but that's what we got. Just keep your hard-earned money and literally see anything else that's in the theaters right now.
Wrap that up and give it to a child on Christmas, because we're done.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts and what you want to see me review next. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that little notification bell so you never miss a review just like this. And while you're at it, click right here to see my most recent Candid Cinema podcast episode. It's all about pizza and movies as a collab with pizza reviewer Cheesy Dan. We talk about so much pizza. It's awesome, and we get to eat it too, so you gotta check it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and just remember, right here at Candid Cinema, it's okay to talk, it's okay to text, and I'll CC you later. Bye!